This review is going to be pretty short because there is only so much that I can say about this game. Basically, it's Ultimate Tenkaichi minus everything that made Ultimate Tenkaichi okay. And a lot of people already hated Ultimate Tenkaichi. For starters, the story mode is essentially Ultimate Tenkaichi's copy-pasted with some bigger subtitle text. The gameplay itself is actually pretty terrible. Now, it's basically everything that we knew that it would be, though, so I can't blame myself too much for this, because I saw all the gameplay that you guys saw. I knew exactly how the game was going to be, but I still bought this game out of curiosity, and because I knew you guys would want to know what my opinion was on it. You essentially just punch in the air a couple times, and then you punch in the air a couple more times, and then you do some weird motion that makes you look absolutely insane, and then after a little while you can start charging ki, which probably is the most badass thing in this game, the feeling that you get when you charge ki and shoot ki blasts. I will give the game that much. You feel a little bit like a Super Saiyan when you do that. Then after so much of charging ki, which by the way, that system is completely broken, there have been countless times where when I'm charging ki, I will not change my stance at all, except my character will somehow stop charging ki for seemingly no reason at all. And then after you somehow have enough time to get all that ki, after all the stops and glitches and all that, then maybe by the end of the match you can use one super attack. And these super attacks barely ever actually pick up on when you do them. Mind you, I had about 6 feet of space from my Kinect sensor to my TV. That is what you are recommended to use. I had plenty of space on there, I tuned my Kinect and all of that stuff, but yet it still barely picks up on any of the super attacks. Even the most simple ones, like a Kamehameha, where you have to do the motion that somewhat represents the super attack itself, it will barely ever pick up that attack, and that is one of the most frustrating things about this game. You want to feel like a badass, and you want to do these attacks, but it will barely ever pick it up. Honestly, if you have enough ki to do it, I don't know why it's being so sensitive on those movements. Because why else would I put both of my hands together and to my right side and down below if I wasn't trying to do a Kamehameha? What is the game thinking when I'm doing that? Some super attacks are a little bit easier to pick up, but for the most part, you will be having a little bit of frustration trying to get these to work. Instead of the 2-button choice system that they had in Ultimate Tenkaichi for rock, paper, scissors, you now have 4 movements. You also have other various movements like dodging ki blasts that you can do and all of that fun stuff, but in the end this makes for a very slow-paced Dragon Ball Z experience. This does not feel like a heated battle at all. I honestly feel more like I am a DBZ character when I play Raging Blast 2 or Budokai 3, or a game that isn't in this first-person perspective. I feel no immersion in this game. One of the biggest things about this game that I just don't understand, they don't even have a versus mode in this game. Now, I've seen DBZ games without World Tournament. You know, that is understandable at times. But not even a versus mode. What are you doing here? What are you expecting us to buy this game for? The closest thing to a versus mode is the score attack mode, where you can change your character and go into different fights. So I could play as Trunks fighting Nappa on Earth if I wanted to, but that's about it. There's no versus mode, so I can't pit certain people against each other, and I can't put them on a specific map. Do I want to play as Frieza on Earth? Well, too bad, because I guess I can't. The character roster is as limited as Ultimate Tenkaichi's. Now, I have not even beaten the game, and I've had it since release, but I don't know how many characters are in it. One of the big things that people are going to argue about is Super Saiyan Bardock. He is not worth buying the game for, trust me. Now, the game should come with a Super Saiyan wig thing made out of cardboard, which is probably the greatest thing that you're going to get out of this $40 paperweight. On the back of it, it should come with a few QR codes that you can use to scan on the game to unlock characters or moves. I don't know about you guys, but mine didn't come with SSJ Bardock, and then I watched the episode of Bardock, which does come in the game, which is pretty cool. You go to the very bottom of the menu, and then there it is. That's kind of cool. I watched through all of it and still didn't get Super Saiyan Bardock. I assume you have to unlock him somewhere through the story mode. I know he's in the game somewhere, and I'm gonna probably just Google how to get him, and if it seems like something I don't want to do, then I'm not gonna worry about it. Because I honestly plan on returning this game in a couple weeks. So yeah, basically, like I said, this is a very short review. This game is just exactly what everyone said it would be, pretty much. This is not for DBZ fans, this isn't even for Kinect fans. Between the copy and pasted story mode of Ultimate Tenkaichi and the movements which are almost impossible to be picked up, I am not caring for this game whatsoever. I'm gonna give it a D-. So that is it for this review. If you guys have any other opinions, feel free to leave them down below, and it can be nice to have a little bit of a debate or rebuttal going on. However, what I have said has been said. So that is it. I would like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye!
Ain't that a shame?